everyone, welcome to Yoga with Donna. Today we're going to be doing a morning wake up practice for those of you over 50 and beginners. And we're going to start lying on our backs, so just get yourself comfortable on your mat. Have your feet flat on the mat, and then just bend in your right leg in towards your chest and just hold it here for a moment, just to loosen up your lower back and your hips. And then place it down. Take hold of the other shin, bring it in, and then place it down, and then bring both knees in towards you. Hug them in towards your chest. And then just hold onto your knees and just roll your hips around on the mat, just to get them nice and warmed up. And as you're doing this, just breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Long, deep breaths. And then just place your left foot on the mat, extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now your knee might be slightly bent, that's all good. Just wherever you are this morning, because you find sometimes when you wake up in the morning, your hamstrings are really quite tight. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to flex your foot so your toes are coming back towards you, and then point your foot. And if you can, straighten your leg as you go through this, and just bring that leg in closer to your chest as you can. And if you feel like this is enough, just stay here, and you can just circle your ankles both ways just to loosen up your ankles, and then just keep pointing and flexing in your own time. You might want to stretch out your other leg if you're finding this is okay for you and you want a little bit more of a deeper stretch, and you can hold wherever you like to on your leg and pull it towards you a little bit more each time. But please don't do it so that you feel any pain. It should just be slightly tight through the back of that leg. And then when you're ready, bend your knee in towards your chest, and then just place it on the mat. Bring in your left leg, extend it up, flexing your foot, pointing it, and then when you want to, circle your ankle. It doesn't matter if it cracks a lot, it's really good for just warming up the ankle joint. And extend the other leg on this side if you had it extended on the other side, right along the mat, and then just keep flexing and pointing your feet or your foot. Keep the leg that's along the mat, keep that foot pointed, so it's a really nice long line from your hip through to the end of your toes. And then when you're ready, bend that knee in towards your chest, hug them both in, and just do a little circle again around, relaxing your lower back, holding onto your knees. And then when you're ready, stretch your legs out along the mat. And we're just going to place your hands, link your hands together, place them behind the back of your neck, or the back of your head. And as you breathe in, stay here. As you exhale, lift your right leg up just off the mat, and lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. And then come back down, inhaling. Other leg, lifting it up, exhale, and back down. Just a few more of these. Exhale as you lift your leg and lift your shoulders and head. And exhale. Exhale. Really good, gentle abdominal workout. And try and keep your lower back relaxed on the mat when you bring your body down. And two more. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. And then just bring your left foot onto the mat. Take your hands down beside you. Take your right leg across that left thigh with your toe of your right foot flexed, and then thread your arms through your legs into reclined pigeon. Now if you're finding this a little bit intense, just keep your left foot on the mat and just endeavour to have that knee going out to the side as much as you can. So wherever you are, just take a few deep breaths. And then change over to the other side. Cross your left leg across that top of that right thigh. Wherever you were on the other side, just get yourself set up on here, on this side. And breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Really good for stretching your hips. And then when you're ready, place your feet back down on the mat. And then rolling up, swinging your legs around, coming to tabletop on the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and coming into cat-cow. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, press your hands into the mat, and then coming back, breathing out, round your back, navel to your spine, look between your knees, and then breathing in. Couple more, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Feel like your spine is lifting right up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, curl your toes under, take your hands a little bit further forward on the mat and coming up into downward facing dog. And just pedal through your feet. You might have your feet a little bit wider because it's first thing in the morning until your hamstrings are properly warmed up. They will have stretched out a little bit with the first exercises we did on the mat, but they might still be quite tight. And then up on your toes as much as you can, shoulders gliding down your back, palms pressing into the mat, and slowly head your heels towards the mat. And then lift up your right leg, bend your knee, coming forward, lifting up onto your toes of the left foot, bring your knee towards your nose into plank position, and then extend it back up. Two more of these, knee to nose, breathing in, breathing out. Then step your foot between your hands, coming up into high lunge, lift your arms up towards the ceiling and pulling up off your legs. And when you're here, just circle your arms gently back and up, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then when you're ready, take your arms up, fingers pointing towards the ceiling, transfer your weight forward onto that front leg, and then just take your leg across into standing pigeon. Bring your hands in towards your chest, thumbs in towards your sternum, and then just bend forward as much as you can over that leg. Feel like you're sitting back on a chair. Nice length of spine. Take your gaze just out in front of you. Deep breath, find a spot and focus on it. Doesn't matter if you wobble around. Just keep breathing. If you fall out of the pose, just come back into it. And then coming back up slowly. Take your arms up. Place your foot on the mat. Take your feet hip width apart. And let's just come down over your legs. Ragdoll, hold either side of your elbow and just sway side to side. And then when you're ready, place your hands on the mat, step your feet back into downward facing dog again and just pedal through, breathing as you do so. Make sure that your fingers are stretched out on the mat so you can see the mat in between your fingers. And pressing through the palms, looking back towards your feet. Have your ribs pulling in towards each other, no splaying out of your rib cage. And then when you're ready, up on your toes, heading towards the mat. Lift your left leg up and bend your knee, knee to nose, extending back up. And exhale, inhale, exhale, hold it here, step that foot between your hands, coming up into high lunge. Extend your arms up by your ears. Hold it here and then just breathing out. Breathing in. Try and stretch your fingertips as far away from you as you can towards the back of the mat. And one more time. And then coming up. Fingers stretching up towards the ceiling. Transfer your weight forward on that left leg. Lifting up your right leg. Cross it across. Palms together. And towards your heart space. And then gently bend that supporting leg and come over the leg. Remember to look out in front of you. Find a spot to focus on. Keep breathing. Doesn't matter if you wobble around. And then when you're ready, place that foot on the mat and take a deep breath in, breathing in. Bring your arms up. Bring your hands into your sternum this time. Turn your toes out and we're coming into a yogi squat. So just have your sit bones heading down towards the mat. When you get down as close as you can towards the mat with your sit bones, press those knees back with your elbows and try and have a really nice long length of spine. And just breathe. And just focus on what your intention is for your day. Another deep breath. And then when you're ready, place your hands on the mat. Take your knees back. And let's come to sitting on the mat. Cross your legs over an easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands on your knees. Let's just take a couple of long deep breaths to finish. Close your eyes, breathing in. Pause at the top. And exhale through your mouth. Deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale. One more, breathing in. Pause. Then take your arms out and up. Palms together. Place them in front of your sternum. Think of that intention that you were thinking of when you're in the yogi squat. And I hope you go forward and have a really great day with that intention. So thank you very much for joining me here on the mat. Namaste. Have a great day.